the center stand on Bihar's caste census, that finally made its way to the legal courtroom as well. And of course, Varghese has info on that.
I'll just read it out. The union government on Monday said only it is entitled to conduct a census in the reply to the Supreme Court on the Bihar government's caste-based survey. Census is a statutory process and is governed by the Census Act of 1948. The subject of census is convened on the union list under entry 69 in the 7th schedule of the Constitution. The Office of the Registrar General, Home Ministry, said in a 2-page affidavit. The centre had filed an affidavit earlier on Monday which said it is penultimate paragraph that no other body is entitled to conduct the exercise of either census or any action akin to census.
Well, now take a look at this, Varghese. I have an important update for all the viewers. Bihar Caste Census से जो भी लोग रूबरू हैं वो इस बात पर ज़रूर गौर फरमाएं. The government has now filed a new affidavit in the case of Bihar Caste Survey. In the new affidavit, paragraph 5 of the old affidavit has been removed, in which it was said that apart from the central government, no other organization can conduct census or any process like
what I was reading to you.
However, in this new affidavit also, the government says that even under the Census Act 1948, only the central government has the right to conduct the entire census. But in this new affidavit, the words any other processes like census, those words, any other processes
or
like
any
census
action akin to census
have been removed. This is worth noticing because the Bihar government stand on this whole issue is that it is not even conducting a census.
It is conducting a survey.
A caste survey.
Now, that's interesting. You know, you hide behind words, census and survey. The idea is to get that data, Kabir. That's it. The idea is to get the data.
So, the Census Act permits only the central government to conduct a caste census, right?
Yeah.
And the new
I mean, not caste census. Census as an exercise can be conducted only by the
central government.
Yeah.
But something like a census, a process like a census, those words have been removed via this new affidavit.
Because it's going to be very difficult to maintain that. When you say it's a survey, you get the same data as you want in a census.
And how exactly how politically charged is this caste survey in Bihar?
See, caste survey is one of the, it's not only Bihar. Way down in south in Karnataka, Siddaramaiah has been pushing for a caste survey. It tends to change the political equations in many constituencies. The fact remains that the OBC community, the SC community, the SC community, when the caste census comes out, it actually shows that in most of the constituencies they are in the majority. So what happens is it might trickle into a political change and existing equations, political equations could change. So that is what is worrying established parties as well about the caste census. And you tend to in fact woo certain principles of
Who's
caste.
to gain if the caste survey, I'm not going to use census here, if the caste survey does in fact come out in the public domain?
Well, it's the politicians because they will be trying to
No, the politicians, of course.
The parties will try to tailor make policies.
Which party? That's what I'm talking about.
All parties, especially casteist parties. Caste-based parties that we know about. Casteist, I mean, when I say casteist, doesn't mean in the negative connotations. I'm talking about caste-based parties.
Right.
So those parties will be looking at where their flock are and majorly where do you actually concentrate the government funds on. So they are the ones who are going to gain on this. But at the end of the day, it only creates another divide. So it is more of data of a constituency that you're looking at, and the idea is to say that we are trying to focus our government schemes to the right people and all that. That data becomes very useful when it comes to political equations. So that is the reason.
It's important to note here that the opposition parties have now also weighed in on this, and the INDIA members have also come out and reacted on this, and they've slammed the government. They said, well, why not let it happen?
But the fact remains is that when it comes to caste census, it's a sensitive topic. It has been there for a long time. Even the Congress had to face if you look at the Congress has a very dubious understanding about the caste census. In certain places, sometimes it favored it, sometimes it did not favor it, sometimes it kept it under complete abeyance. So that is also there. But for the BJP, it goes completely against its ideology because it's not looking at a caste breakup completely. So that again is a problem for these two parties. But then those parties that have been on a caste identity, for them it becomes much favorable. But the issue is caste survey or whether it is the census that is done, it's basically the data, and that is what they are looking at.
All right, we'll have to wait and find out as to what really happens on the Bihar Caste survey / census front. We'll have to look at it more closely. Maybe do a small talk show on this one as well. Bring in the right kind of voices and voices from the government as well. Government of Bihar is what I'm talking about.